Hey guys, welcome back to another video.
This for the ones in the trenches, I'm coming to get you. I had to stack up a ticket. Opposition saying that I went missing, but I was just really out handling business. Ooh, young big dog from the south side, lifting up the name of Jesus, having all up in your speakers. Yeah, I'm on the go, me and my toes, staying way down in the field. I need to know if any of you feel how I feel.
Alright, so in addition to seeing a lot of people out there still interested in learning how to dispatch, there's a lot of people that paid for courses and still have a lot of questions. Shame on you. You should have took my course instead. Or you should have paid attention in your course. When it comes to dispatching, to be successful in the industry, you really got to be knowledgeable in logistics altogether. I'm not sure how any other courses were, but it's good to make sure you collect as much information as you can. Take notes if you do take any courses. If you have unlimited courses that are available, like mine, then continue to educate yourself. Go back and refresh yourself. I'm always still educating myself all the time. I'm not perfect. I don't know everything there is to know about logistics yet, but I'm learning. As I learn, I share that information with you. All right, so let me just run through some of the questions that I've seen. Dispatchers having factoring companies. Can dispatchers provide factoring to trucking companies? 10% of the time, no. Most factoring companies factor loads for trucking companies. Dispatchers do not pay trucking companies. So legally, dispatchers are not allowed to take money for freight. Anyone transporting freight or moving freight has to be licensed. Means that transport freight get licensed through the FMCSA. So it is illegal for a dispatch company to get compensated for the movement of freight and then in turn go and pay the carrier. So that is why you will not see factoring companies factor directly to dispatch companies. Now the reason I said 90% is because you do have companies out there that do this. Is it legal? I don't know. Maybe they have some loopholes. I don't know. I'm not trying to find out. Secondly, factoring companies are not only available to trucking companies. So factoring companies are available to small businesses. If a dispatch company is telling you they have loads, they may be also a freight broker company. If they're a brokerage and they're licensed, then yes, they can give you loads. Or if they partner with a brokerage directly, then yes, they can give you loads. Speaking of authorities, here's another question I get a lot. Do I need an MC to dispatch? Well, for those that don't know what an MC is, that's a motor carrier number. That is a number you get when you register to be licensed with the FMCSA. So the answer to that is no. You do not need a motor carrier number to dispatch freight. A motor carrier number is for those that are operating in the business of transporting freight. As a dispatcher, you are not transporting the freight yourself. Now, although brokers do not actually transport the freight themselves as well, they have insurance, they have a bond, they take on the liabilities of having that freight transport, and they act as the middleman between the shipper and the carrier to facilitate that transportation of freight. So as a dispatcher, unless you are taking on the task of paying for an expensive bond, paying for insurance, and taking on that responsibility legally of the transportation of the freight, then you do not need an MC number and you are not a broker. If you do get an MC number, you will be classified as a freight broker. So here's the news flash. If you are transporting goods or freight for profit, you need to be licensed with the FMCSA. If you're only transporting goods within the state lines known as intrastate, then you only need a US DOT number. Let's look over here at the law. So you see here, it talks about the gross vehicle weight, but it also mentions the word and. That means this is also included and should also be considered when you are following the law. This phrase down here says that you are transporting the vehicle commercially for profit. You do need a motor carrier number to transport freight legally, so we'll talk about that in another video. All right, guys. That's the end of the video. I'm gonna leave this Bible verse at the end for you guys because let's face it, the world needs Jesus. Hope this can be encouraging to all of you in all of your endeavors. So anyways, peace, love, and all the above. Talk to you next time.
Never ask you for no pity, cause I ain't a victim. Probably know me from the way I used to make my living. I ain't the same, and you would know that if you paid attention. Too busy judging me to know that I got saved in prison. I realized that the way that I was raised was different, but I ain't have a dad to teach me legal ways to get it. My cellie used to tell me that this was a place for misfits, but I ain't never felt that welcome when I came to visit. I wonder who'd be happier for me, you cause I got saved, or them if I went back to the old me. Whole team getting more green than dragon emojis, and we moving packs and everybody strapped like your pro jeans. But it feel like my new fam doesn't want me. Is it cause I stay in the gutter like amateur bowling? I'm fully aware that my past isn't so clean, but y'all got me thinking I'm misunderstanding this whole thing.
Showing love, that's really hate, that's how it go. See him down and pick me up to call me low. Yeah, I've been down for the count every day. What I know, I believe I can change. Showing love, that's really hate, that's how it go. See him down and pick me up to call me low. Yeah, I've been down for the count every day. What I know, I believe I can change.
I know I'm not one of you Christians. Who are you to judge what someone does for a living? It's none of your business about the money I'm getting. You found out cause men in here probably coming and kicked it. And I ain't come for attention, but you staring at me like I'm doing something suspicious. What about your job? Recently been struggling with it, but it helps when I come in and listen to something uplifting. None of you women know the stuff that I've been in. Baby father up in the system, my son really miss him. He keeps asking me when his daddy is coming to get him. And as a single mother, it's tough just to cover expenses. Maybe I should never come in to visit, cause I feel more uncomfortable here than the club that I strip in. I guess it's not that much of a difference. They both clubs, except one is religious. I get it.
Showing love, that's really hate, that's how it go. See him down and pick me up to call me low. Yeah, I've been down for the count every day. What I know, I believe I can change. Showing love, that's really hate, that's how it go. See him down and pick me up to call me low. Yeah, I've been down for the count every day.